You see this bell icon here? Hit it now and we'll ensure you get delivered the very best of reviews, interviews and pop culture content.
All the roles that I started, there are two movies that I started as a negative, not negative but had grey shades, but they had to change the scripts. I've reshot almost 7-8 scenes in both the movies. They said, "नहीं यार लोग accept नहीं करेंगे." Sometimes I've seen people are better actors off camera than on camera.
Sonu, welcome to Film Companion. My show is called Spill the Tea with Sneha.
Wow,
you are now a roadie, so I know you're not going to mince any words in this interview. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Listen, right outside we can see fans and the media thronging because you are going to be announced as the host and the mentor of the 18th season of Roadies. What is the mind space right now when you take on a legacy of 18 seasons? I grew up with this show.
Yeah, of course, you know, we've been seeing Roadies since our college days, but now when the whole thing comes on your shoulders, I can promise you that I've got strong enough shoulders to take this task, and I'm sure, you know, it's going to be a pretty exciting journey, not only for the roadies, ex-roadies, contestants, hosts, but for the audience also.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Listen, Rannvijay has been associated with this show since almost the inception. Of course, fans are going to be curious to know what Sonu Sood is going to bring to the table. Why do you think they approached you?
I don't know.
What is your USP?
I don't know. I'm a common man, so I think I try to connect.
Is that
with
your USP?
I think that's my USP, you know. And I connected with all these roadies, and I was with them like a contestant, as a brother, as a friend, as a mentor, and I did many tasks with them. I also did bungee jumping from the highest bridge in the world.
And that's a scary jump in South Africa.
I've done that one. Yeah, so it's you know how it is.
Yes.
So yes, I think the whole journey was very special. I learned a lot from them, and I'm sure they must have learned something from me too.
Listen, I just want to ask my camera person to just pan, because this is the pandemonium that is usually created when you enter the room. How do you process it? Like, do you get a moment to just be with yourself?
No, I feel that these are the people who actually make you what you are. Their blessings, their wishes teach you what you should do in life. And I think as long as they are around you, that will keep you grounded, that will keep you what you are. It's always that barrier that you create between a common man and your life that you play that takes you away from what you are. So I always feel comfortable with them.
Yeah, but what I want to say is that when you have this godlike stature around you, people assume you can do anything. See what I mean?
Yeah. Tell me.
Let him have his moment.
God bless you, bacha. What's your name?
My name is Rudraksh.
Rudraksh. Thank you so much, Rudraksh.
Listen, people assume, they feel so connected that they walked into my interview. They don't do this to me usually.
I'll tell you, this is the best part.
No, but they really assume you can do anything and everything. Has it ever gotten thoda awkward where you've been like, "Bhai, मैं तो इंसान हूँ."
मेरे को कई बार लगता है, you know, when I'll tell you when the whole Ukraine thing started, and they students started messaging me that, you know, please get us out, and also at the time, you know, there was no one is allowed to get their flights, private planes to get it, which I did in the COVID, because it was only through the government that used to do.
Yeah.
But you know, me and my team guided them on which border to go. We got them buses, we got them trains, we got them taxis in Ukraine. You know, got from one place to other. We got them out of the borders also, which border to exit from, and who will be there to get. So I think we did all that thing. I never been to that part of the world, but I think when you try to help them, somewhere the God guides you and said, go for it, it will happen. So I think that's what happened.
कभी-कभी लगता है क्या कि अपू नीच भगवान है?
नहीं अपने को लगता है अपन ही इंसान है यार. I think वही रहना बड़ा जरूरी है.
I'm going to take you away from this so that we can talk a little bit inside. I feel like a lot of your career, you've been a roadie. There's been experimenting, there's been tasks, there's everything been along the way. What were some of the tasks that you accomplished to navigate the movie business?
I
what
think
did you have to do?
It's very important that you stay grounded. That's the most important thing I always tell. When success hits you or a little bit of stardom hits you, that changes you. Somewhere it creates that gap between your own people and yourself. So I think it was very important to stay with the people you have come up in life, the struggle that you've gone through. So I think that was the most important lesson that I learned. You know, don't change. And I think if you meet your friend after 18-20 years and that friend can vouch that you're the same one that I met 18-20 years, consider you're right in life. And if they feel uncomfortable approaching you, then believe me that you need to change yourself. And I think that's what I kept in mind, and somewhere God guided me. Almighty was maneuvering the whole thing, and the wishes of my parents also helped me reach where I am today in front of you.
What do your school friends say about you?
No, they're still with me. When I came to Mumbai, they also wanted to come to Mumbai. They wanted to do something in movies. Someone wanted to open a gym. Satya, Barbarian, he opened a gym.
You brought them along with
Yeah,
you.
so I got them along. Someone wanted to do a film. I left my movie and I requested the producers कि यार इसको cast करो, मेरे पास तो दूसरी picture है. I've done that also. So I think they're still with me, and I feel blessed.
Sonu, does it in any way change the kind of roles you get offered? What you've seen happen with you and in the last 2 years? Will people be able to accept you as a villain, something that you had gotten so popular for?
I don't think so. All the roles that I started, there are 2 movies that I started as a negative, not negative, but had grey shades, but they had to change the scripts. I've reshot almost 7-8 scenes in both the movies. They said, नहीं यार लोग accept नहीं करेंगे, तो मैं इसको change
This
करना
is true then?
Yeah, so we have already changed those parts of the film. In South, we have done that. In Hindi, all the films that I'm doing, they're all main leads, very positive, larger than life characters. So I feel, I hope, and I'll work hard to cater to what people want to see me on screen as. So let's hope, if I'm able to entertain the way I want to entertain them.
It makes me wonder whether you ever have a down day, because there's an energy that you exude that
Thank you so much.
everyone in the room can feel it. What are the pressures of being Sonu Sood?
There are no pressures. Sneha, you won't believe, on the sets, I'm always sitting with the production guys, light men. उनके साथ ही मैं टाइम बिताता हूँ. मुझे अच्छा लगता है उनके साथ बैठे हुए. They are real. I mean, you enjoy. You can say anything. और उनको कई बार शुरू में 15-20 मिनट थोड़ा tough लगता है, and then they are in the best of their space. And that's what I do in South Africa also. I used to do the same thing. So I feel, especially in our field, when you see so much of attention around you, there are chances that you will lose the real you in yourself. So I think that's the most scariest thing that can happen to anyone. I tell all my friends also, I tell all my colleagues also sometimes, and I tell my family, the people I know, that stay what you are, don't try to change. So मुझे उस चीज़ से डर लगता है कि
You've said it twice or thrice in this.
I wish, with all due respect, I know most of the my colleagues are going to hate me for that, but sometimes I've seen people are better actors off camera than on camera. So
I know exactly what you mean, which is why I'm
so
laughing.
that's scary, and but it's okay. I think that's the path they choose. But I want this to change. You have a different word at the airports. वहाँ पे अचानक you see the media and you see everything changes, the way everything is approached. So somewhere I'm not able to connect to that. मेरे को बड़े लोग बोलते हैं तो आता है एयरपोर्ट में, बताता ही नहीं हम लोगों को. मैं बताऊँ कि मैं आ रहा हूँ, ये बताऊँ. So I think but बहुत लोग तैयार होके भी जाते हैं, मैं बस पहुँच रहा हूँ और देखो आज मीडिया रहेगी नहीं रहेगी, पहुँची नहीं पहुँची मीडिया. I've seen those things also. But I think sometimes when you're away from the camera, then that's the time you can connect with yourself.
Yeah. There's this phrase, a popular phrase that says, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
Do you feel more people should feel that responsibility?
I think it's very important.
अभी इतने सारे millions हैं हमारे Instagram पर, but हम उनके साथ क्या कर रहे हैं? मतलब, what are we using that power for?
मुझे लगता है, I remember when I was doing whatever things I was doing, so I got calls from many people said यार बहुत कमाल काम कर रहा है यार, बहुत अच्छा है सब, तो बता हम लोग कैसे साथ में जुड़े हैं। सर बताओ यार, मैं जुड़ा हूँ इतने लोगों के साथ, मैं कुछ टास्क देता हूँ आप लोगों को कि यार ये काम करके और इनसे जुड़ के, और ये केसेस हैं वहाँ पे, ये बंदा फंसा हो उसको वहाँ निकालना है। तो सर कितना टाइम देना पड़ेगा हमें? सर सर कितना टाइम नहीं, मतलब पूरा टाइम ही टाइम है, कभी भी इमरजेंसी कैन हैपन एनी टाइम, और अगर आप बीच में आपने कोई काम शुरू किया एंड यू स्टॉप मिडवे, दैट इंडिविजुअल कैन लूज अ लाइफ। तो नहीं यार ऐसा कुछ टास्क जो 1-2 घंटे में ख़त्म हो, देन वी वांट टू बी विद आवरसेल्फ। सो आई मतलब मैंने नहीं दिया किसी को, बट आई फील कि when you are there to save lives, when you are able to take that kind of responsibility on your shoulders, तो फिर घड़ी देखने का हक नहीं है आपको।
Yeah. You know, एक चीज़ है to be a hero on screen, but then there's a whole other world when you are a hero off screen. I'm curious to know, with your kids and their friends, how do they view their papa differently in the last 2 years? Something's changed?
Yeah, I don't know with kids, because they saw me in last 2 years. You know, I was on the roads mostly. कई दिन मेरी मुलाकात नहीं होती थी, and when COVID was at its peaks, तो मैं उनसे मिलता भी नहीं था, थोड़ा दूर से ही बात करता था, you know, because I was always out. So they must have seen what I was doing, but अगर हम बिल्डिंग की बात करें या लोगों की बात करें, लोग जो रोज़ मेरी बिल्डिंग पे अभी भी हमेशा सारा दिन खड़े होते हैं। अभी मैं सेट पर आया, यहाँ पे भी लोग खड़े होते हैं कि सर हम लोग आपके घर गए थे, पता लगा यहाँ पे हैं, तो यहाँ पे आए हुए थे। सो आई थिंक जो वो होप लेकर आते हैं आपके साथ, और होप के साथ एक जिम्मेदारी होती है। मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि उम्मीद और कोशिश बहुत बड़े शब्द होते हैं। अगर उम्मीद है किसी को और अगर आप उसके लिए कोशिश नहीं करें, सो आई थिंक यू आर रॉन्ग। सो कोशिश करते रहना इम्पॉर्टेंट है, फिर देन यू नो समवेयर गॉड विल गाइड यू एंड विल टेक यू वेयर यू बिलोंग।
You know, you were a pan-India star well before this term became a thing. You have always done Telugu, Tamil, Hindi.
Right.
When you see films like RRR and Pushpa do the kind of stuff, what does it make you feel?
Though I haven't seen those movies, but yeah, the film's doing well. I think it's a great acceptability that people have suddenly realized that South cinema is very good, very entertaining. मैंने बहुत सारी फिल्म की है. I did a movie called Arundhati, which was a huge hit. So I think cinema has no language. Entertainment अगर किसी भी भाषा में हो, people are watching Korean movies, they are watching Netflix, they are watching dubbed films, they are watching movies with subtitles. So I think audience are ready to embrace something which is entertaining and which is good. Average का कोई scope नहीं है. आप you can't attempt to make something which is very average. Yeah.
I know I have to let you go soon, but I know that a lot of young aspiring boys are going to want to know what is the Sonu Sood diet. Like, how does one look the way you do?
No, I'm a vegetarian, so it's a Punjabi who grew up on parathas and malai and makhan. But then when I realized what carbs are and what protein is or whatever all this thing is, I also kept in mind that it's not just the diet, but it's also the hard work that you have to put in, whether you have to be very regular with the gym, whether you have to be careful with what you eat. So I would just like to say that, be disciplined. It's not that you have to make yourself suffer with all these different diets, what people are trying to do. Don't do that. Be healthy, work hard, and I think as long as you're fit mentally and physically, there you are.
Yeah. And I'm going to leave you to go join the event with one last question. Do you ever get tired?
No, I don't get. That's the complaint my family also does. कि तू थकता क्यों नहीं है? लगा ही रहता है, आधी रात को 3:30-4 बजे फोन पे लगा होता है. So I think I don't know. There's some kind of force, some kind of connection that is keeping me on my toes to do what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying this space.
You believe this is your purpose?
Of course, yes. I believe this is my purpose. जो 18-20 साल मूवीज़ में काम करके जितना एंजॉय नहीं किया, I have enjoyed in last 2 years connecting with a common man जिसको आज तक मैं शायद मिला भी नहीं और कभी मिलूंगा भी नहीं. But I think their wishes, their blessings are making me do what little I'm doing in my life.
Thank you. Go forth and conquer. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Sonu Sood. If you like Spill the Tea with Sneha, please subscribe Film Companion.